Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024. All right, so NBA Stanley Cup playoffs, MLB soccer, RBC Heritage, portfolio, news and notes, basketball. We're going to try to be quick here today. We'll start with the NBA playoffs. We'll go over the results from last night. Epic games, and I mean epic. No look ahead to tonight. Cavs over the Magic 96-86. That was not an epic game as the Cavs take a 2-0 series lead. But the first of the two epic games, Knicks over the Sixers, 104-101. Knicks come back from 5 down with less than 30 seconds to go. Jalen Brunson hits a lucky three that hits the rim and it goes in the basket. And then they steal the inbounds pass. DiVincenzo misses a shot. Then they get the offensive rebound. It looked like the Sixers called timeout, but the refs didn't see it. And then DiVincenzo gets open again, and he hits, and Mike Breen does the double bang, and that was just some way for the Knicks to get the win here to go up 2-0. And then the Nuggets over the Lakers 101-99 as the Nuggets come back from 20 down to beat the Lakers, and Jamal Murray hits a buzzer beater jumper to propel the Nuggets to a 2-0 series lead. All right, 7:30 TNT tonight, Suns Timberwolves. My line is T-Wolves by 7.5, total 224 and 2/5. And it's 3 and 212. We go with the over again. I know I've been giving out a ton of overs because they purposely lower the totals for the playoffs. But I am also, I don't know if the Timberwolves are going to go 2-0 or not, but I do have an edge on them. But I'm going to go with the over again. All it takes is somebody getting hot from 3. 8:30 NBA TV, Pacers, Bucks. With Giannis, I have Bucks by 5, and without Giannis, I have line Indiana by 2.5. And right now it's Bucks by 1, total 223. This is an over. None of these teams play defense, so I can't believe over 223 is an option. And then 10 o'clock on TNT, Mavs Clippers. I have with Kawhi, I have Clippers by 4, and without Kawhi, I have Pick'em. It's Dallas by 2.5, total 217. Again, I kind of like these overs because all it takes is for some random guy to get hot from 3, whether it's a star or a role player. And if I had to guess who won the game straight up today, I think that the Pacers and the Mavs even up the series and I'm going to say Mini goes up 2-0, but I don't feel good about it whatsoever. All right, on to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Results from yesterday. Some of those games were crazy finishes as well. So Maple Leafs over the Bruins 3-2 to even up the series at 1 apiece. Hurricanes over the Islanders 5-3 to take a 2-0 series lead as the Hurricanes come back from 3-0 down to win. Golden Knights over the Stars 4-3 to take a 1-0 series lead. And the Oilers over the Kings 7-4 to take a 1-0 series lead. So 7 o'clock on ESPN tonight, Capitals Rangers Game 2 from the Garden. That place is going to be jamming. You know it. It was jamming the last 3 days with the Knicks and the Rangers, obviously. Rangers minus 275, the Caps are plus 220, over under 5.5, over is even money, unders minus 122. Caps plus 1.5 is minus 135, Rangers minus 1.5 is plus 104. This is probably an overreaction pick based on what we saw in Game 1. I just don't think the Capitals are very good. They're probably the worst team in the playoffs, so I'm going to lay the 1.5 at plus money with the Rangers, as they'll take a 2-0 series lead into D.C. 7:30 on ESPN2, Lightning Panthers. Panthers minus 178, Lightning plus 146, over under 5.5, over is minus 124, unders plus 102. Bolts plus 1.5 is minus 178, Panthers minus 1.5 plus 146. I want to see the Panthers in regulation line. because I just think they're better than Tampa. And Tampa, to me, is in like that Warriors kind of it could all come apart mode. And I think the same can be said about the Houston Astros in the regular season for them. But I could see the dominance crumble a little bit. So Panthers in regulation -115. That's what I'm going to go with there. 9:30 on ESPN. Avalanche Jets. It's a pick of -110 each way. Over under 6.5. Overs +104. Unders -128. Avs +1.5 is -65. Jets -1.5 is +215. I'm going with the Avalanche to even up at 1 apiece. -110. And then 10 o'clock on ESPN2. Predators Canucks. Canucks -162. Preds +134. Over under 5.5. Overs -112. Unders -108. Preds +1.5 is -100. Canucks -1.5 is +164. All these West series totals have been going over. I do not think this is the case. I think this is an under, and I think there's a possibility that the Preds are another road team that gets the victory tonight. All right, now move on to MLB. We'll recap the games from yesterday and look ahead to today's games. A's over the Yankees 2-0. Pirates over the Brewers 4-2. Phils over the Reds 7-0. Tigers over the Rays 7-1. Braves over the Marlins 3-0. Twins over the White Sox 7-0. Jays over the Royals 5-3. Cardinals over the D-backs 5-3. Padres over the Rockies 3-1. O's over the Angels 4-2. Giants over the Mets 5-2. All right, 6 o'clock today you have the Red Sox at the Guardians. I think this is the second time these two teams are playing this year already. That's crazy. Guardians -112, Red Sox -104, over under 8, overs -122, unders even money. Sox -1.5 is +146, Guardians +1.5 is -176. I'm going to go with the Guardians at home, -112, short money line. And by the way, the Red Sox are favored on the run line. Brewers Pirates. Okay, so Tanner Houck, Ben Lively, and then the Pirate game, TBD, Bailey, Falter. Pirates -110, Brewers -106, over under 8.5, overs -105, others -115. Brewers -1.5 is +155, Pirates +1.5 is -188. I'm going with the Brewers. The Pirates are kind of sliding. Phil's Reds, Chris Sanchez and Andrew Abbott. Phil's -124. Reds +106, over under 9, overs -102, and there's -120. Phil's -1.5 is +136, Reds +1.5 is -152. The Phillies are red hot. I'm going to take them on the run line. Dodgers Nats at 6:45. Interesting start time there. James Paxton and Patrick Corbin. Dodgers -220, Nats +184, over under 10, overs -105, others -115. Dodgers -1.5 is -140, Nats +1.5 is +116. These two teams played each other once already too. I like the over. Why is baseball doing that? Not spread it out. It's like 2 times in a short period for some of these teams. 650 Tigers Rays. Kenta Maeda and Ryan Papuai. Rays -156, Tigers +132, over under 8, overs -104, unders -118. Tigers +1.5 is -162, Rays -1.5 is +136. I'm going to go with the under, even though the ERAs would not suggest it. 7 o'clock, Ace Yankees. Paul Blackburn, Marcus Stroman. Yanks -215, A's +180, over under 7.5, overs -122, unders even money. A's +1.5 is -120, Yanks -1.5 is even money. I'm going to go Yankees on the run line. I think this is a bounce back spot for the Yankees. 7:20 Marlins Braves. Trevor Rogers and Max Fried. Braves -250, Marlins +205, over under 8.5, overs -115, unders -105. Marlins +1.5 is -102, Braves -1.5 is -118. I'm going to lay the Braves with the run line. 7:30 White Sox Twins, Eric Feed and Pablo Lopez. Twins minus 170. White Sox plus 220 over under 7.5. Over is even money. Others minus 122. Sox plus 1.5 is even money. Twins minus 1.5 is minus 120. That's a hard one. Because everybody's fading the White Sox and taking the under. I'm going to fade the White Sox in a different way. I'm going to go under 2.5. White Sox runs minus 106. Astros Cubs 7:40 on CBS. JP France and Jordan Wicks. Astros minus 118. Cubs even money over under 10. Minus 110 each way. Astros minus 1.5 is plus 3. Cubs plus 1.5 is minus 156. I don't understand why the Astros are favored. Why? Because they won 2 World Series in a less than decade span. I'm taking the Cubs at even money. Jays Royals. Kevin Gausman, Michael Wacha. Jays minus 122. Royals plus 104 over under 8.5. Overs even money. Unders minus 122. Jays minus 1.5 is plus 36. Royals plus 1.5 is minus 64. I like the over at even money. 7:45 D-backs Cards. Tommy Henry and Steven Matz. Cards minus 116. D-backs minus 202 over under 8.5. Overs even money. Unders minus 122. D-backs minus 1.5 is plus 60. Cards plus 1.5 is minus 94. I like the over. Even money. 8 o'clock, Mariners Rangers. Logan Gilbert, Dane Dunning. Mariners minus 110. Rangers minus 106. Over under 9. Overs minus 8. Unders minus 112. Mariners minus 1.5 is plus 40. Rangers plus 1.5 is minus 170. I'm going to go with the Mariners. Minus 110 on the road. Logan Gilbert's pitched well. Padres Rockies at 8:30. Michael King and Ryan Feltner. Padres minus 164. Rockies plus 138. Over under 10.5. Overs minus 102. And there's minus 120. Padres minus 1.5 and Rocks plus 1.5 is minus 1 each way. I'm laying the run line with the San Diego Padres. 9:30 O's Angels. Grayson Rodriguez and Griffin Canning. O's minus 156. Angels plus 132. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 114. Others minus 106. O's minus 1.5 is plus 104. Angels plus 1.5 is minus 26. I'm going to lay the run line with the Orioles. And then 9:45 Mets Giants. Luis Severino and Logan Webb. Giants minus 130. Mets plus 110 over under 7.5. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 115. Mets plus 1.5 is minus 10. Giants minus 1.5 is plus 172. I love under in that game. All right, now we'll move on to soccer. The notable results. And we will look ahead to everything going on today. Serie A. Bologna over AS Roma 3-1 and Inter Milan over Milan 2-1 as yours truly wins best bet. All right, EFL Leeds over Borough 4-3, and then today at 3 o'clock you have Leicester and Southampton. Leicester's plus 105, Southampton's plus 210, the draw's plus 280. So there's 7 points apart in the standings. Their goal differentials 13 apart. I just think Leicester's better. I'll take them at plus 105. La Liga, Sevilla over Mallorca 2-1. There's no Champions League semifinals for another week. Just to point that out. We have Premier League today at 3 o'clock, Arsenal and Chelsea. Just pulling that game up. really quickly. Arsenal -40, Chelsea's +550. The draw is 4-1. Chelsea's in 9th. Arsenal's tied with Liverpool in the league. I think Chelsea can give Arsenal a game. I'm going to go with the draw of 4-1 for that one. I'm just glancing to see if there's any other soccer that we need to note for today. I know we have Dutch Eredivisie during the week this week too. Well, that's tomorrow. We got to do that on tomorrow's show and Thursday. All right, so there you have it for soccer and the RBC Heritage. Wait to go over those results because the tournament is still technically going on. So now the results are final. Your winner with the score of 19 under, none other than Mr. Scotty Scheffler. That guy is just a man on a mission. He's the best golfer in the world. You can't convince me otherwise. Scotty is just levitating to a level that no other golfer is at right now. Coming in second with 16 under was Heath Thiglia. Tied for third with 15 under, Wyndham Clark and Patrick Cantlay. Tied for fifth with 14 under, Justin Thomas, Patrick Rogers, JT Potts, and Seb Straka. 9th with 13 under, Colin Morikawa. Tied for 10th with 12 under, Chris Kirk and Ludvig Oberg. Tied for 12th with 11 under, Tony Finau, Brian Harman, Russell Henley, Sungjae Im, Seamus Powers. 17th with 10 under, Austin Eckroat. Tied for 18th with 9 under, Ricky Fowler, Adam Putnam, Ashke Bahita, Jason Day, Seo Kim, Bryce Garnett, Xander Schauffele, Tom Kim, Stefan Yeager, Tom Hogue. Tied for 28th with 8 under, Harry English, Danny McCarthy, Kristen Ziedenhout, Matt Fitzpatrick, Thomas Dietrich. Tied for 33 with 7 under, Kurt Katayama, Alejandro Tosti, Lucas Glover, Eric Cole, Eric Van Rooyen, Rory McIlroy. Tied for 39th with 6 under, Grayson Murray, Jordan Spieth, Mackenzie Hughes. Tied for 42nd with 5 under, Webb Simpson, Adam Hadwin. Tied for 44th with 4 under, Justin Rose, Corey Connor, Sam Burns, Adam Svensson, Will Zalatoris. Tied for 49th with 3 under, Cam Davis, Tommy Fleetwood, Matthew Pavon, Adam Schenk, Nick Taylor, Peter Malnati. Tied for 55th with 2 under, Chandler Phillips, Max Homa, Keegan Bradley. Tied for 58th with 1 under, Lee Hodges, Eric Barnes, Brendan Todd, Taylor Moore. Tied for 62nd at even, Cam Young and Jake Knapp. Tied for 64th with 1 over, Gary Woodland, Shane Lowry, Emiliano Grillo. 67th with 2 over, Vyang Gonan. 68th with 5 over, Kevin Kisner. 79th with 6 over, Nick Dunlap. So there you have it for the Heritage. And the next one coming up is the AT&T Byron Nelson. So no golf until next weekend. So golf has a bye this week. I mean, I guess it's very bizarre that golf isn't playing the weekend of the NFL draft. Maybe that has something to do with it, maybe not. But a well-deserved break for the golfers. Okay, now we'll do portfolio. I have a play for you guys. I was scrolling around last night, and there was one future that jumped out at me. So, in a mock draft I did, I had Terrion Arnold going to the Rams at 19. That's a steal. And position of Rams first drafted player, cornerback is 13-1. And Terrion Arnold or Quinton Mitchell, like I could see one of those guys being that pick there. Why not? So I'm gonna go cornerback 13-1 for position of Los Angeles Rams first player drafted, laying a 20th of a unit on it. So a small little draft bet for you. And NFL mock is up next. So we're going to do it fast because of time. This is my 7th mock. Number 1, the Chicago Bears from the Carolina Panthers. Caleb Williams, quarterback, USC, of course. This is what the pick's going to be. 2, the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels, quarterback, LSU. I think it's going to be Daniels over Drake May for the Commanders, but I could be wrong. 3, the New England Patriots. Drake May, quarterback, North Carolina. There's all these rumors about the Patriots trading down. I think it's smoke and mirrors, and they're going to stay at 3. 4, the Arizona Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr., wide receiver, Ohio State. A lot of people think that the Cards are going to trade down and back up for MHJ, but we'll see. 5, the Los Angeles Chargers. Joe Alt, offensive tackle, Notre Dame. If the Chargers stick around at 5 and say the Cards take MHJ at 4 and nobody trades up for the quarterback, I can see Joe Alt being the pick, or the Chargers trade down to, say, 7 for Joe Alt, or not 7, but 8. Tennessee were to go in another direction. But we'll see. Like, there could be like a 3-way in the work where the Giants move up for a quarterback and the Chargers move down to 6 to take Joe Alt ahead of the Titans. And the Cards move to 5 to take MHJ. 6, the New York Giants. Malik Neighbors, wide receiver, LSU. They need help on offense in any which way, shape, or form. And Neighbors is just super electric, and he'd be their best receiver since Odell. 7, the Tennessee Titans. Rome Odunze, wide receiver, Washington. Different pick here for Tennessee after going with Joe Alt pretty much in every mock. But they could use another playmaker. Number 8, the Atlanta Falcons. Laitu Latu, edge rusher, UCLA. I think they're going to go defense with this pick, whether it's Latu or Verse or Murphy. I've seen mocked here. And obviously Dallas Turner. 9, the Chicago Bears. Dallas Turner, edge rusher, Alabama. So the Bears address a huge need on their defense in the pass rush with Turner there. 10, the New York Jets. Brock Bowers, tight end, Georgia. This is the sexy pick that all the Jet fans are rooting for, probably. 11, the Minnesota Vikings. J.J. McCarthy, quarterback, Michigan. You just know this is going to happen. Everyone, their mother, has the Vikings trading up for J.J. McCarthy. Now the question is, it will be at 3, at 4, or at 5. 12, the Denver Broncos. Michael Penix Jr., quarterback, Washington. Denver, to me, is the big wild card come Thursday night because I have no idea what way they're going to go. They can go anywhere. 13, the Las Vegas Raiders. Talise Fuaga, offensive tackle, Oregon State. They pass on a quarterback and go with the tackle. Very strong player. 14, the New Orleans Saints. Olamaya Fashanu, offensive tackle, Penn State. I think one of the worst kept secrets coming into Thursday's draft is that the Saints want a tackle. 15, the Indianapolis Colts. Quinyon Mitchell, cornerback, Toledo. I think the Colts are probably going to go corner here unless they trade up for a receiver or tight end. 16, the Seattle Seahawks. Troy Fatano, interior offensive line, Washington. Seahawks lost a couple guys on their line of free agency, so Fatano here would make sense. 17, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Cooper DeJuan, cornerback, Iowa. That would be a pretty good pick. They need help in that secondary. 18, the Cincinnati Bengals. Byron Murphy II, defensive tackle, Texas. Lose DJ Reader. Murphy is the perfect guy to come in and help replace the production he brought you. 19, the Los Angeles Rams. Terrion Arnold, cornerback, Alabama. Like I said, this would be like a steal getting Arnold here. Arnold should be going in the higher teens. 20, the Pittsburgh Steelers. J.C. Latham, offensive tackle, Alabama. Really, really good pick for Pittsburgh. They need somebody opposite Broderick Jones long term. 21, Miami Dolphins. Johnny Newton, defensive line, Illinois. They lose Christian Wilkins in free agency, so it makes sense for the Dolphins to address his void. 22, the Philadelphia Eagles. Amarius Mims, offensive tackle, Georgia. This would be a long-term pick for the Eagles with Lane Johnson getting older. 23, the Minnesota Vikings from the Houston Texans via the Cleveland Browns. Jared Verse, edge rush, Florida State. Pretty good if this would be the Vikings pick, which I highly doubt. But they need help on defense, too. 24, the Dallas Cowboys. Graham Barton, interior offensive line, Duke. I think the Cowboys are going to go line here, whether it's tackle or interior. It makes sense. 25, the Green Bay Packers. Nate Wiggins, cornerback, Clemson. This makes sense because we don't know what's going on with Jair Alexander. 26, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Chop Robinson, defensive end, Penn State. This is a popular mock pick with Shaq Barrett leaving. They have pass rush as a need now. 27, the Arizona Cardinals from the Houston Texans. Khalid McKinstry, cornerback, Alabama. Be a good pick for Arizona, considering that Khalid should probably go higher than this. 28, the Buffalo Bills. Brian Thomas Jr., wide receiver, LSU. This would have to be a trade-up scenario, kind of like J.J. McCarthy. But Brian Thomas is a really hot name coming into the draft on Thursday. 29, the Detroit Lions. Zach Frazier, center, West Virginia. New name in the mix here. Very patient player. He was a big part of West Virginia's good offensive line in college this past year. Number 30, the Baltimore Ravens. Tyler Guyton, offensive tackle, Oklahoma. Morgan Moses to the Jets now. They need a tackle. 31, the San Francisco 49ers. Jackson Powers Johnson, interior offensive line, Oregon. This would actually be a decent pick for the Niners. The only certainty on their offensive line right now is Trent Williams. And 32, the Kansas City Chiefs. Lad McConkey, wide receiver, Georgia. I think that this pick is going to be a receiver, although cornerback cannot be ruled out either with the loss of L'Jarius Sneed. But we'll see with that one. All right, so there's the mock draft. And next, let's do the notes. We're going to rapid fire do the notes. Zach Wilson gets traded to the Broncos for a late round pick. I'm surprised he actually wasn't outright released. So they actually got a late pick for Zach Wilson. Caitlin Clark has a shot at the Olympics as her WNBA career will serve as a trial for Team USA. The two teams that have been the most active in pursuing the Patriots pick have been the Giants and the Vikings. Zachary Rissicher enters the NBA draft, projected to be a top 3 pick in Bleacher Report's latest mock. And Cody Williams also declares from Colorado. Also expected to be a lottery pick. All right, so John Lynch talks about Brandon Ayuk's future, as he says hopes he's here for the rest of his career. Aaron Boone had the weirdest ejection you'll ever see. He got ejected yesterday because a fan said an explicit, and the ump thought it was Aaron Boone. That's the most ridiculous thing I've seen in a baseball game in a long time. And listen, I am not an Aaron Boone supporter per se. I do think that he is not a good manager. And I think that he is being a puppet and was a puppet his whole time here. But they were wrong to eject Aaron Boone. He did not say the explicit. And the gentleman that was sitting behind the dugout was wearing blue. And then he changed his shirt to white. But like I said, that was the dumbest thing I've seen in a while. And then the Yankees obviously go on to lose that game. But that's not why. But I just wanted to point out how ridiculous that was. And the umpires in Major League Baseball are just awful. Especially Angel Hernandez, who for some reason is still a Major League Baseball umpire. But yeah, that was the dumbest thing I've seen all year. So the SEC and the Big Ten commissioners confirmed that the NCAA faced danger of losing both conferences. Oh my God. That would have been crazy. The Broncos are still eyeing a trade up for a quarterback after the Zach Wilson trade. I have that bet for the Broncos to take McCarthy, so that's kind of cool. And the Eagles are looking to trade up as Harry Roseman's been making some phone calls. A lot of mocks have the Eagles moving up. The Hornets to interview J.J. Redick for their job. That doesn't surprise me. I think a lot of teams will interview Redick, and I think there's a chance that they have to hire somebody new yet again for that booth. Because he's very highly thought after in the league, J.J. Redick. The Sabres hired Lindsey Ruff for a second stint as head coach. I think this is a terrible hire. He was awful at the Devils. And it's just classic freaking Sabres. Blast from the past. He was the best coach we ever had. My God, that's a terrible hire. Sabres are a joke. Bad Bunny's agency is facing a fine. $400,000 by MLB Players Association. Top agent also facing 5-year suspension. Yikes. Carter Knox, who's the brother of Kevin Knox, flips to Arkansas to go with John Calipari. That doesn't surprise me. Michigan lands OSU transfer Roddy Gale Jr. And they also had Sam Walters. So 5 schools are in on former Dayton guard Kobe Brea. Duke, Kansas, Kentucky, UConn, and Carolina, all blue bloods. And Duke brings in a Purdue transfer, Mason Gillis. Jared Vanderbilt could be back for Game 3 against the Nuggets, so that's interesting for the Lakers. The Chiefs extend Andy Reid, President Mark Donovan, and GM Brett Veach. And they inked new deals for years to come. So congratulations to those 3 guys. They deserve it. Matt Ryan retires after 15 seasons. It took him a little bit to announce this. He obviously was in the broadcast booth last year and looks like he's going to be doing the same this year. Matt Ryan had a decent career, but he's going to be remembered a lot for that 28-3. I know he has an MVP on his resume. He's had several other good seasons. So, congrats, Matt Ryan. Joel Embiid was such a baby after that Knicks game, whining and complaining about the refs. We should be up 2-0. We're going to win the series. Like, shut up, Joel Embiid. You're hurt. And you being hurt is the reason why you're down 0-2. You should... I mean, there's a case you could make that you would be 1-1 or even 2-0 if you were healthy. But he went off after that game, and he thinks that Tyrese Maxey got fouled on the game-winning play, which that was just a scramble, and the Sixers were getting calls. The Knicks got some calls too, but Joel Embiid's just a superstar in this league that's just full of excuses and very selfish. Like, I'm starting to dislike him as a Knicks fan more and more by the day, but that doesn't take away that he's a great player and I respect him as a basketball player, but he's always hurt and he always complains. So he kind of fits right in with, like, the Clippers, like the Blake Griffin Clippers teams. Like, they were always like that too. Harden's had some moments like that, but, like, and he's just another star that just thinks he gets everything he wants. And then LeBron was going off on replays after a late no call as well, which honestly doesn't surprise me. But the Lakers got a bunch of calls in that game as well. So home teams through 11 games are still undefeated, so that's pretty cool. And the Sixers are to file grievance, as officiating across the first 2 games versus the Knicks will be subject to Philly's grievance with the NBA. I can't believe it. Like, again, with this, so many excuses for the Sixers, too. It's not just Embiid. It's that whole team. Nick Nurse. My God. Like, this era of Philadelphia 76ers basketball is just going to be full of excuses why they didn't win. And yes, some of it is luck. I understand that, but that's just poor sportsmanship all around from the 76ers leadership. Give the Knicks the flowers, baby. And then the Aaron Boone ejection. Aaron Boone said it wasn't right, which I agree with him. So, Anthony Davis rips the Defensive Player of the Year award snub. He goes, "I'll never get it. I'm the best defensive player in the league." Listen, AD's a great defensive player, but let's be honest, there's this narrative around Anthony Davis that he's always hurt. And the other thing is that those 3 players were all better defensively than Anthony Davis this year. So there you have it for the news and notes. Last but not least, my best bet of the day, brought to you by FanDuel. So, best bet, I like a couple of baseball ones. There was some that jumped out. I like the under in the Met game. That's probably where I'm going to go. I'm just going to double glance. Phillies run line I like. Yankees run line I like. Braves run line I like. The over in the Jays game I like. I like the Cubs to win outright against the Astros. I like the Mariners outright at Texas. Padres run line, O's run line. But the Met Giant under 7 is my favorite. If Luis Severino turns into a pumpkin, then I should know better. But this is a under bet against the Giants offense, which stinks right now. And a bet on Logan Webb to keep the Mets at bay. So we're going under 7 in Mets-Giants. I'm banking on this being like a 4-2 win for either the Mets or San Francisco. So under 7 at even money. I missed the good number at 7.5, which I'm mad about, but it is what it is. So there you have it for the show, and I'll be back tomorrow with everything, including American Idol and then Masked Singer Survivor tomorrow as well. So that should be fun. Have a great day, guys.